الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما.
الرجل الصالح المتفقد لهذه الدواخل وكان قد واظب على الصف الأول في الجماعة في المسجد.
Habib Omar, may Allah preserve him, makes mention of a story of a person in the past who was consistent in attending prayer in congregation in the first row.
20 سنة أو زيادة على ذلك.
He had kept up this consistency for over 20 years or more than that.
وفي يوم أخره عذر فجاء والصف قد امتلأ فصلى في صف وراء.
A day came when something had prevented him from coming to the mosque on time to be praying in the first row. And when he had arrived, a bit delayed from his normal program which he was upon for 20 years, he found that the first row was already filled up. So he went, being left with no other choice, to pray in the second row.
فرأى مدخل هوى في نفسه يقولون أن فلان اليوم تأخر تسقط من عيونهم.
A conversation from within this individual began taking place. For 20 years you've been on time and now you're late. Here you are not praying in the first row. How are the people gonna see you? What are the people gonna say?
كلا 20 سنة وأنا قايم على الهواء أظن نفسي إنه لا يجي للصف الأول إلا من شانهم.
So he realized at this point, saying to himself after this internal conversation took place from within, so for 20 years, I thought that I was sincere, being consistent in the first row for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's sake. But it turns out that I was actually doing it for the people.
راح يقضي 20 سنة، قضى صلاة 20 سنة، قال هذه 20 سنة أنا صلي في الصف الأول ظنيت نفسي من أجل الله وإذا بما دخل الهواء ونادى قال من شأن.
So as a result of this insincerity that he had detected regarding the prayer that he had been doing for 20 years, he decided he's going to make up this 20 years worth of worship, which was not for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's sake, but for the people's sake.
الناس ويقولون أن أصلي في الصف الأول فلما تأخرت اليوم استحييت من الناس لا من ربي.
So I became a bit behind schedule today and ended up praying in the second row. But I had a sense of discomfort by being in the second row, and this was not because of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's gaze upon me. However, it was because of the people's eyes and how they would view me after they were accustomed to seeing me always in the first row. So I feared them more than I feared Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Allahu Akbar.